Good evening, my dear friends, and welcome to our Saturday night Vigil for Peace. And it is good to welcome you to this table of love. As we begin, let us just be still. For I'm sure some of you may have had a hectic day, rushing to and fro. So it is good to have this time to relax and to be still. And I'd like to play this for you, Deep Peace by Shannon Hall. What a wonderful way to start a vigil and to be able to relax to the Celtic blessing, Bannacht. Let us light our candle for each other, and let us also send love, light and blessing to our sisters Eleanor and Elizabeth, to Jen, to Elaine, to Sue, to Buffy, to Diane, to Fee, to Teresa, to Harry, to Miriam in the UK and dear Miriam in New Zealand, and to all our friends and our loved ones, and not forgetting Mary and her daughter Martina, to Pam and her beloved dog Shadow. Let us hold Pam, for she's having it tough today. Let us be still in the presence of God, for there is no other way than to trust in your heart. But the mind won't let you. Oh no. And those who are doing the Entering the Castle course, the interior castle, will know that we have to face many reptiles, our shadows, parts of ourself that we dislike, run away from, maybe fear, self-esteem, maybe in our shoes. But the moment we face them, the moment we embrace mastery with the help of God. I'm going to begin with a quote from His Holiness the Dalai Lama, an amazing spiritual teacher whose words resonate with my heart. The power of love, he says, a good heart is both important and effective in daily life. What is that saying to you? A good heart. What is a good heart? A heart that is balanced, grounded, safeguarded, humble, trusting, committed, sincere, gentle, and flowing in kindness. You may disagree, but it would be interesting to know what you perceive a good heart to mean for you. And reaping the benefits, he says, the reason why we seek to behave in a good manner is that it's from good behavior that good fruits are derived. Or as we used to say as young monks many years ago, the novice master took us aside when we were fussying over our habits not being clean enough or pressed for the Corpus Christi procession in June, and he said, "It's not the habits that make the monk." And I shouted out, "It's the monk who makes the habits." And I got a penance for being obstinate because I was the tailor. I had to make all the habits. So let's reflect. Let's come back to entering the castle. And again, my heart is guided to open it. And we're going to trust. We are going to trust with our heart. And our heart tells us that entering the castle is a journey of your soul to the soul of God. It's a mystical experience, and it's freely available for every child of God, whether they're a Jew, a Hindu, a Sikh, a Muslim, a heathen, an atheist, an agnostic, or a Taoist. Oh yes. It's an invitation from God to reclaim your divinity as a child of God. But let me read this to you. A mystical experience fills your soul with undeniable proof that you are intimately known, wait for it, by an omniscient God. But it can be shattering in its revelation of the inconceivably vast distance between God and earth. Here Caroline Miss says, a man I know had a spontaneous, mystical experience, which is why they can be so unsettling. In his case, he heard instructions on what to do with his life and knew instantly that this voice came from God. Wow, how lucky is he? He had been praying for guidance for a very long time, having lost his job more than a year earlier. But instead of following the instructions, which were that he moved to Portland in Oregon and study yoga, he shared his experience with his friends, all of whom advised him against following these orders. Their negative reactions were not what he'd expected, and soon he became withdrawn, isolated and depressed, guilty and shamed. He knew that he had a divine intervention, but was not strong enough to act on the guidance. How sad. In his own way, he had seen God, which should have been proof enough that all would be well, no matter how difficult the days ahead might be, but he was not able to endure it. And I'll share with you some examples of that. Excuse me. One of our senior monastics, who's not done entering the castle course, was asked by a junior monastic recently, why don't you do the course? Oh, it doesn't resonate with my heart. I was shocked. Your soul embracing the soul of God doesn't resonate with your heart. What is that saying to you? Is that a heart response or an egoic response? I think it's a response of fear, afraid to face one's demons, afraid to face the reptiles in the first, second, and third mansions of your castle. I also know of another very sad, tragic case where a junior oblate early this year, who's been coming and going as an oblate, but his friends told him he didn't need to take his medication for a life-threatening illness. And guess what he did? He took their advice, and within a matter of hours, they were suicidal. Why is it the children of God play with fire? Why do they have such difficulty discerning their heart, listening to that inner voice? What is it that convinces us that our friends, though they be fair weather, have our best interests at heart, when the divine is calling you to freedom? And yet, I've met many beautiful souls on my journey. And when I was guided to invite a beautiful spiritual soul to join the community, yes, they were a Catholic Christian, and I guess they were rooted in their Catholicism, but the reply was, I don't want to give up my material things. And I was shocked. I said, the Christ isn't asking you to give up anything. He's not asking you to give up a thing, but to embrace your heart. They had a preconceived idea of how young women and young men who entered the monastery and the convents in Ireland, where they had to leave, as I did, your family, your friends, your loved ones, and travel long distances to some remote monastery where you'd never see another soul until you were moved to another monastery. They had this image that they would have to give up everything, even their pets, their comfortable bed, their favorite breakfast cereal. That's not what God expects. Certainly not today as an oblate or a monastic in the Teo community. You're invited to be detached, not attached. You're invited to enjoy your life, to celebrate your life, but more importantly, to make time to listen to your heart. But today so many have difficulty with that, don't they? Because they attract drama, they attract chaos. Wherever they go, there's a problem. They walk in a room and your heart starts beating or missing a beat. They have that effect on you that you want to run away from them because you don't want their drama. And that's the beauty of being a monastic in the modern world. You choose your friends. And when I shut the gate here to our little monastery, I don't run away from the world. I lock it out. I lock it out. Because my privacy is more important than just trying to please everybody all of the time, as I used to do. It takes courage to listen to the heart. It takes courage to take that leap of trust in a God that you may never have seen, a God that may have a lot of bad press. It takes a lot of courage, but the moment you take that leap of faith, something gives. An inner peace comes over you, and you know you're loved, you're protected, and every need is met. Every problem is resolved. And man's disappointment today is God's appointment for your tomorrow. And the reason why so many light workers today are falling by the wayside is because they're not listening to their heart. Maybe it's because they know better than God. Maybe they like to play games with God. I don't know. But to be a child of God today in a beautiful world that's become despiritualized, you need to have something more about you than the Lord's Prayer. You need to take back your power from those who have abused you, from those who have wronged you. And it may be a member of your family, and that takes real courage. To say to those, I love you, but I no longer like you, as I've done to my family. I love them, but I do not like the way they've become greedy, deceitful, dishonest, troublemaking, manipulative, scheming, controlling. Is that where you are? Take your power back. And if you truly believe in the power of God's love for you, then why not listen to the words of the Christ? If you're troubled, come to me. If you are in need of help, call on me. Call on me. So let us just now relax. Take a deep breath. And in that in-breath, visualize the violet flame. God's love for you. Be mindful of where your feet are. Make sure they're placed on the earth's floor, barefoot. Look at your feet. Bless them. And now receive a gift from Gaia. Receive her healing love, flowing up through your feet, balancing, cleansing, and restoring your chakras or energy points. Feel that gentle, selfless love from our Earth Mother flowing up to your heart. And as we breathe in again, feel the love of the cosmic Christ and the divine feminine come down through your crown chakra at the top of your head and gently flow down, down into your heart. Sense the rhythm of this beautiful love from the earth and from the heavens, embracing one another in your heart. And now sense the peace of God with every in-breath that you breathe. And now go with the rhythm of your breathing and allow your third eye see before you the violet flame. Visualize it coming towards you. And now showering you with the colors of the rainbow, creating a pyramid of light around you. And just be still. Be still in this moment. And now I invite you to bless your life, to bless your yesterdays with its heartache and sorrows and blessings, to bless this day, this very moment, for it is a gift from God. Bless your heart, your beating heart, though battered, torn, and maybe wounded. Bless it. Bless your memories, be they positive or negative. Bless them. And now bring to the violet flame that which is causing you disquiet. There may be something in your life at this very moment that's causing you deep sadness. It may be yourself. It may be the fact that you're indecisive or that you worry, which demonstrates a lack of trust in God. It may be a member of your family that's troubled, hurting, or ill. Bring them to the violet flame. Name them. And now let us call on the violet flame to bless this issue, this person or persons, this place, and sense the peace of God transform the issues that are causing you pain, disquiet, or sadness, and sense the release of the burden. Be aware of your heart. Be aware it is your teacher, the gateway to your soul, which is the gateway to God. Be aware of Michael the Archangel. He's there waiting for you to call on him to protect you from the energies of darkness and entities that seek to play games with you, to deceive you, and to alienate your heart from the Christ. Be still and allow the love of your God, which is a selfless love. It is a respectful love, and it's calling you. Surrender. Surrender your fears, your dreams, your ambitions, your hopes. Give them to God. And now let us manifest spiritual wellness and spiritual wholeness for ourselves, for those whom we love, for our pets, for our community, for all gathered here. And suddenly, the Spirit of God, in the form of a dove, lands on your hands and looks at you, and you're not afraid, for you know this is the symbol of divine love. And it's challenging you. Why do you fear so? Why do you lack trust in the power of the I Am presence within you? Why do you fall back on old ways? Why do you give your power away to fear, to sadness, to drama? And suddenly the Spirit of God comes upon you and fills you with the peace, the love, and the joy of the divine. And now you're in the wings of your guardian angel, and you hear that voice saying, "Come, relax, trust, trust, trust. For what you have asked for in prayer believing, trust it will come right for you. Trust in the Father, Mother God who loves you. Be not afraid, for I am with you," said Jesus. And now you're relaxed. You feel safe, comforted, and at peace. Now feel that peace. Embrace that peace. You are that peace.